I welcome you all for our next session of FIM class. So in today's session, I am going to discuss with you all about financial services. Okay. So in the previous classes, we have discussed, we were discussing constituents of financial system, isn't it? What are those constituents of financial system? In the constituents of financial system, we have discussed what is the first one? We have discussed financial institutions. Second one, we have discussed about financial markets. Third one, we have discussed about financial instruments slash assets slash securities. So these three are done. Today we are going to move with the fourth one, that is fourth constituent. This is called as financial services. So put the heading, fourth one, financial services. Girls, one more thing I just wanted to tell you all. I am writing big. Okay, my font size is big. Okay, if you see live here, it is big. But in the mobile, I don't know. Maybe the font size not only for me, every faculty, the font size is it is showing your in a decreased font size. So what you have to do is, maybe if I am writing 4 to 5 sentences, then you have to keep pause, do zoom and write. This risk you need to take. Okay. Why? The reason is, maybe because of the zoom. If we are trying to do zoom, the picture is getting, the video is getting blurred. Okay, so that is the problem. So what you have to do is, as I told you all, once I write 4 to 5 sentences, what you do is you try to pause the video, then you try to zoom it and then write. Okay, or else simultaneously I am like reading loud and writing. So along with me, you also write. Either do this or do that. Okay. Yeah. So what is this financial services all about? Financial system largely depends upon this. Okay, financial services. Now, financial institution, financial system, financial institution, financial market or financial instruments cannot be possible without this financial services. Okay, so what does this financial services do? It it paves way for different kinds of activities. It tries to give benefits and it tries to give satisfaction, which is connected to the word called money. Whichever activity is connected to money, that is done by financial services. Okay, you cannot see the service, but you can feel it. Okay, it is like intangible. You cannot see the service, but you can feel it. It's just like air. Okay, you can't see air, but you can feel it. Isn't it? In the same way, financial services is also related to all those activities that are connected to the word money. Okay, so services, what does it do? It is involved in certain activities which is related to money, as I already told you all, that gives satisfaction and benefit to the consumers, to the entrepreneurs, means to the commercial services, whoever is availing commercial services, that means the business people, the traders, etc. Okay. So it is trying to give you all financial related value. What it is giving you all? Financial related value. Financial related value means again what, ma? All the transactions related to money. Okay. So it is trying to give you all that value. That is point number 2. So you have to keep in your mind that it is trying to render services for whom then? It is trying to render services for whom? One is industrial enterprises, which I already told, business persons, then customers. So customers means whoever is trying to deposit the amount into the into various kinds of financial institutions, whether it is banking or non-banking. Okay. So if you see here, there are various suppliers of financial services. Okay, who are acting as an intermediary. Okay, intermediary between whom? These financial instruments, financial institutions, financial what did I say? Markets. Okay, so for these three between the consumers, it is acting as an intermediary who has to do so. See, I have set up an institution, but who will do service for me? These financial services. Understood? So who are those people who are trying to do services? They have given a list over here. Okay, what are those? Banking and financial institutions, that is one. You already know what is banking and financial institution. These are the people who mobilize for the savings as well as they try to go for investments. Okay, that is point number one. Point number two, house building services. They help you all in building your houses. Then insurance company, credit card user companies, then mutual funds, stock exchanges, leasing companies, unit trust, UTI, unit trust. Okay, so these are some of the companies that got set up only to do financial services to the people. Okay, so this you can take it as an introduction to financial services. Now we will try to discuss about characteristics of financial services. What is then we are going to discuss? Characteristics of financial services. So, point number one, it is intangible. First point, I already told you on this point, intangible. Okay, so it is a appeal by the buyer. Okay, a buyer comes to you all and he tries to explain his budget. This is what the budget I am having. If I try to invest this, will my amount double? Okay, will my savings get increased is what he will ask you. You will say yes to it. So buyer is getting an appeal to you. He cannot feel, he cannot taste it, he cannot smell, but he can feel the profit. Okay, so you are going to, these financial companies are going to help them. They are not going to feel, they are not going to sense anything like how is these people, how are these people going to help them. Okay, they are not bothered about it, but they can feel the profit. That is the reason it is intangible. Okay, so financial, how you will know that financial services is present? How you will know that people are doing financial services? You will only come to know by the feedback given by the customers. You cannot do any kind of interrogation as how they are doing financial, how they are providing financial services. But what you can do is you can know that they are doing some kind of they are involved into services by the feedback of the customers. Feedback given by the customers means to say you cannot see anything. You cannot smell anything, you cannot hear anything, but the only thing is that you can sense it. But how you can sense it? The customers, whoever have taken the financial services, they are trying to give feedback. Okay, what feedback? That they have invested 10 lakhs, now they got 15 lakhs. Means what? They are experiencing the benefit of financial services, which means they are enjoying the profit. Okay, that is point number one. Point number two, direct sale. Direct sale. So direct sale is the only possible channel of distribution. Okay, they will not involve any kind of mediaries as such. So they will directly you can meet the person who are borrowers, persons who are lenders. These two people can meet together. Okay, there is no middleman in between. Okay, you will only ensure that whether these people are giving financial services or not. That's it. Okay, if you come to know that they are giving, you will directly meet the person who is trying to help you all in depositing your amount. Directly you will meet them and then you will deposit and then you will start taking your benefits. Okay, that is direct sale. Next one, heterogeneity. Okay, heterogeneity. So in order to or in order to provide wide variety of financial and related needs of different customers in different areas, financial services organizations offer a wide range of products and services. Heterogeneity means trying to give a wide range of products. So simple to say that in our country there are different background people who are coming from different kinds of areas whose financial status is different. Isn't it? Did you get my point? Not everybody are equal in the financial financial status. Not all of us are equal in financial status. Not everybody are coming with the same background. Not everybody are coming from the same area. So there are different people. Okay, more in number. India is rich in population, isn't it? So more in number, with different cultures, different thoughts, different level of thinking. So in order to serve all the level class people, financial services is coming up with wide range of products and services. Okay, it is introducing you all a wide range of products and services. Okay, that is heterogeneity. Simple to say, there are different people, more in number, from different area, different background. In order to serve all these different people, financial services is also coming with different products as well as different services. Very simple. Next point, fluctuation in demand. Fluctuation in demand. Okay? Yes. The demand for certain categories of financial services like life insurance, or else you say, any kind of policies or schemes if you take, they do get fluctuated. Okay? Fluctuation means ups and downs. So not every time it will, go high, or not every time it will come down. It will go, the graph will be crisscross. Okay? Why? Because the economic status of the people is also crisscross. Not every time, you will be rich. Though you are rich, sometimes you are not getting money in the time you have to get. Or else, in this month you are able to have savings, in the next month there are no savings because of this lockdown. Don't you think because of this lockdown, many families are suffering this financial crisis? Yes. So that means if you are having financial problem, you will not be able to invest in the financial services or products. So what is happening? The demand is increasing, decreasing. Understood? So that is fluctuation in demand. The characteristic of financial services is as such that they differ, or else there is some kind of fluctuation in its demand. Okay? Next one. Fifth one, protect the consumer's interest or customer's interest. Protect So this point itself, this side heading itself, you might have understood now that the responsibility of the financial services is that it will try to protect the customer's interest. Okay, so you are trying to not only just in banking and insurance, but in other sectors of financial services also. See, let me give you a very good example. You are going to bank and you are investing 10 lakhs. Okay, bank is taking care of your 10 lakhs. Now you are going to Manappuram or Muthoot, okay, financial institutions. There also you are serving your gold and something like that. So they are taking care of your belongings. They are taking care of your interest, isn't it? Consumer's interest. In the same way, you go to any other financial services, not only in the banking or else insurance or else in the institutions, any other service you go, there for sure they are trying to protect customers' interest. Why? Because it is the responsibility of financial services. They feel it as their responsibility. Because without consumers' deposits, they will not be able to do their business, which is into services. Okay? Without, what I am trying to say, I hope you are understanding. without any kind of, without any any kind of customer, people will not be able to, I mean financial services will not be able to do their business, isn't it? So customers are gods, generally they say, market field, they say this word, isn't it? So likewise this is fifth point. Now let us move to sixth point, labor intensive. Sixth point, labor intensive. So what is meant by labor intensive? So personalized service versus automation. Okay, so that means to say it is highly labor intensive. It leads to increase in the cost of production and consequently affects the price of financial products. See girls, highly I mean to say labor intensive means in order to reach every consumer at nook and corner of the world, few employees, you cannot do the work with few employees. Now you imagine that you are financial service provider. Okay, you are having a company. Your target is to reach whole Telangana state. Your target is to reach whole Telangana state, whichever district mandals are there, you wanted to reach at every nook and corner. Do you think you can do with 10 labor, 10 employees? Can you do it? No. Then you have to recruit or select many employees. Okay. So that means to say you are involving so much of cost on the labor, okay, in the form of salaries. So that's the reason you are trying to increase the cost of production. So in order to pay them wages, you are increasing cost of production. When the cost of production is increased, the product prices are also increasing, means the financial services, that price is being increased. So here what they are trying to tell is that labor is intensive. More the labor, more cost of production, okay, more financial products, more price, okay, more price fixation. Understood? So that is labor intensive. Next one, geographical dispersion. What is that? Geographical dispersion. So financial services must have both appeal and wider application. Okay, they will have appeal. Appeal means what? Buyer, giving buyer a chance to explain his interest. Okay, and when the buyer is trying to give us the feedback, you have to apply that also in your financial services. Okay, so to ensure this, to ensure that we are collecting the feedback and applying it, what these financial services are doing is they are planning for massive branches network. Okay, geographical dispersion is that. If I need to understand Andhra region people behavior, then sitting here I cannot do it there. So what I should do? I should disperse. Dispersing means what? I should increase my network over there. Okay, I should start constructing at least 10 to 12 branches over there, so that those people will understand the consumers of Andhra region and they can provide the financial services better which suits them. Their region is different, their way of talking might be different, their way of thinking, because different area. Understood? So geographical dispersion. Next one, lack of special identity. Eighth one. Lack of special identity. Okay. Usually the way of thinking of a consumer, girls, I am telling you. Okay, if you ask me, take me as an example. Maximum I will avoid to go to banks. Whatever I can do, I will finish it off online. But if I wanted to go to branch, and now if I wanted to go to bank, everybody will choose nearby bank. They will not come to the home branch, isn't it? I hope you got my point. So what these people is, what customers are doing is, whenever they wanted to deposit, they choose nearby bank. Nearby bank. They are not choosing other non-banking financial institutions because non-banking financial institutions are not available everywhere. Okay, they have certain offices and they are available there only. Okay, they do not move. Now, if you see SBI, wherever you see, you will see SBI. You can see Canara Bank. 2 to 3 places you will come across SBI, you will come across, Canara Bank. So likewise, I'm just trying to take ICICI. You will come across these famous banks, isn't it? So what I'm trying to tell here is, few of the financial institutions are missing their special identity because consumers are choosing easy job. Consumers want easy job. That is the reason, though people are, though financial services are coming up with different kinds of branches, but still they're not having identity because of consumers' laziness. It's not laziness, but I say that we are very busy. We will get into the shop which is like very much attractable for us. Okay, it is catchy for us. Okay, we will enter only into those. I hope you got my point. So likewise, it is missing its identity. Next one, if we see, information based. Yes, lot much of information is available with financial services. Lot much of information. Okay, why? Because they are not only dealing with one, they are dealing with banking and non-banking. They are dealing with markets, capital market, money market. They are also dealing with assets, okay, which is the instruments or securities. So everywhere, since they are trying to provide financial services, that too all over the India, national wide, don't you think they are having lot much of information? Yes, information, the data is very much available with them. Whichever data you ask them about government, about private enterprises, about some company, they will have that data. So it is, a very good job. See, without information, you cannot plan. Without information, you cannot make decisions. Without information, you cannot come up with new products. Without information, you cannot go forward. So that's the reason this is a very good point of contact for a wider range of information. Okay, that is 9th point. 10th point, require quality labor. Require quality labor. Yes, it requires quality labors. Why? Because it's not so easy to convince consumers for their savings. Okay, since 10 years your parents are not involved in savings, today you come and you ask them to invest in shares. Will they invest? No. The labor should be very good in communication skills. They must be very talkative. They must be very pleasing. They must easily convince. They must be easily able to compromise the things. Okay, so they need to remember lot much of information of wide variety of financial products that is suitable for the consumers. Okay, so they should be able to be in such a position that they have to perform simple tasks to complex situations. Okay, whatever is coming in their movement, whatever is coming in their life, everything they have to deal. All the time their boss will not be there to help. So right from simple situations to the complex situations, they must be able to deal. That decision making quick, sometimes he need to take quick decisions, sometimes he need to think and take the decisions. So likewise, a beautiful concentration should be there. Memory power should be there. Talkative, he must be talkative. He must be able to attract the consumers. How marketing person should be, I hope you know. Okay. So these are the 10 characteristics of financial services. Okay. So that's it, characteristics of financial services. Now we will move to types. So if you see in the chart, if you observe in the chart, go back to the chart that I have drawn in earlier. Okay, if you see here, financial services. Okay, if you see fund based, then fee based. Okay, what is that? Fund based, fee based. So likewise, you need to draw the chart. As I told you, if you know the chart, you know everything. Just that you need to explain inside matter. That's it. Okay. So let us write down. It is divided into two types. That is, first one fund based, next one is fee based. So first one fund based services. Okay, what is that? Fund based services. So all these things you have read. I am not going deep into it. Very clearly Sambashiv sir said me that you have read in accounting. Okay, whatever accounts it might be, cost accounting, whatever the subjects you have come across, you came to know what is meant by leasing, you know what is meant by hire purchase system, you know what is meant by bill discounting, you know what is meant by housing finance, insurance services. Insurance, I only explained insurance services, how it will be. Then venture capital. All these things Simple to say, equipment leasing finance means they will try to give certain equipments to people for a period of time. It is like giving what you can say, giving equipments for rent purpose. Okay. Then hire purchase system means you are trying to give something on credit base. Then bill discounting also venture capital might be a new one for you. Ventures, if you are trying to have some plant layouts, they will try to provide some capital for you all. Okay, housing finance, if you wanted to construct any kind of personal houses, they will try to give finance. Insurance services, there are a variety of insurances, life insurance, health insurance, marine insurance, fire insurance. For all these things, there are different kinds of policies. So you are going to invest them. Everywhere now, if you see fund based, they are trying to create funds. Okay, from these services. Okay, whatever I have listed to you all, they are trying to give you all the list. Okay, equipment, hire purchase, bill discounting. In your textbook it is there, that's why I am not writing. Okay. So now next one is fee based or advisory services. Fee based or advisory. So if you don't know something, okay, if you don't know about something, they will try to help you in giving financial advices. Okay, so what are those services? First one, issue management. Okay, so there is some problem with your transaction, some problem within your organization which need to be solved. So these financial services will provide with management who will solve your problems. Next one is portfolio management. They will try to create a portfolio for you all, so that like rules and regulations they will try to create it, so that according to it your company can follow. You don't know, you are not knowledgeable into financial making decisions, so they will help you all. Right, corporate counseling. So if you need some kind of counseling in your business, they will try to provide you those. Then loan syndication, how to create loans, they will try to help you all. How the interest rates you need to fix you all, they will try to help you all. Means all these advisory services are given to the people who are running business. Like small scale entrepreneurs, medium scale entrepreneurs, they might not be so clever in everything, so knowledgeable in everything. So these people are trying to provide the services. Okay, merger and acquisition. If you wanted to merge something or acquire something, they will try to help you all. In capital formation, they will try to help you all. To do credit rating of the people, they will try to help you all, and they will do stock broking also. Understood? So these are a kind of services that they are going to give. These are the fund-based services. So with this, our constituents of financial system is closed. Okay, that full chart is closed. In the next class, I am going to start with the topic, I am going to start with the topic All India Development Banks. Okay, thank you girls. Have a good day.